almost come to the last. Life on levels. So life on levels. You have to know the levels you are and what is required of you to succeed at that level. Find out more what you can do more so that the world will celebrate you. So yesterday we have to do a kind of revision today on what we discussed yesterday for those who are just joining us today so you can at least be carried along. So we start talking about strategy. So we went on the word strategy and we picked some few things that we have agreed about strategy. And one of the things that a strategy is a method or a plan choosing to bring about a desired outcome, such as achieving a goal or a solution to a problem. So once you choose a method, you choose a plan to bring about a desired future outcome. It could be achieving a goal, it could be solving a problem. So yesterday also discussed that strategy is the art and science of planning and marshalling resources for the most effective and efficient use. So the term strategy is a military word used by generals in the army. So the job description and the role of a general in the army is to be strategic, is to think, is to develop strategy. So a man also told us yesterday at a system of finding strategy, a system of finding, formulating, and developing a doctrine that will ensure a long-term success if followed faithfully. Yesterday we went out to discuss so many other things like strategy. You start with what you have, with available resources you have, which has your time, your commitment, your passion, of course, your focus, and then you have to see it as a role of making it, developing a plan, a method to bring about the desired future. It could be a successful outcome or a victory. So it's also that wars are not won by the size of an army or the arsenal of a weapon available. Wars are won by the quality of strategy. So also look at the guerrilla warriors and went out to say that strategy win battles and wars and not strength. So formulating your own strategy, your personal philosophy, your doctrine, what you believe in. So we mentioned three things yesterday. What have you learned from your experience that you can apply today, like a pattern or principles? What are your personal values and your highest goals? What are the rules for achieving your highest goal without violating your highest value? So, and then we went out over what strategy involved. If somebody says, I want to set a strategic plan, a strategic method, I want to be strategic in my thinking to be able to achieve a desired future, it must involve four things. So yesterday we mentioned the first thing it must involve, you must have outcomes. There must be an outcome, there must be a kind of a result, there must be a goal, there must be some vision, there must be some dreams, there must be some goal, there must be of course goals, there must be a big picture. There must be a big picture you're looking up to in your health, in your finances, in your emotional life, in your economic life, in your spiritual life. You cannot be strategic if you don't have an outcome in mind. Okay, you're not be strategic, you don't have something you want to achieve in mind. So number two thing we're looking at is planning. So the strategy must involve number one, outcome, number two, planning, and number three, it must involve targeting, and number four, it must involve timing. So we are trying to discuss the four things that strategy involves. When somebody say I'm strategic about it, this strategy must have four ingredients. If these four ingredients is not there, that means the person is not strategic. Maybe just thinking of maybe something, because that's the afang soup. For afang soup, there must be afang. For a goose soup, there must be a goosey. It can be soup, but not a goosey, because for it to be called a goosey, there must be a presence of a goosey in that soup. Agree with me? Yes or yes? You are not saying I'm cooking okra soup and there's no okra. It can be soup, as far as there's no okra, it's not okra soup. Agree with me now? Yes or yes? So when you say I'm strategic about my plan, my method, my goals, it must have a big picture. What do you want to achieve? It must have a target, it must have a planning, it must also have timing. So yesterday we started discussing about outcome yesterday. And okay, yeah, yesterday we just discussed outcome. And I gave one statement today, which I'm going to continue from day to day. I said that strategy starts with a desired outcome. And the clearer and more defined the outcome, the more likely you are going to achieve it, the more likely you are going to realize it. That's what I discussed yesterday. Yes or yes? Write it down. Strategy starts from the use of your imagination. Strategy starts from the use of your imagination. Strategy starts from the use of your imagination about a future, about a desired future outcome. Strategy starts with the use of your imagination for a desired future outcome. Strategy starts with the use of your imagination for a desired future outcome. Strategy with the use of your imagination for a desired future outcome. Strategy with the use of your imagination for a desired future outcome. Example, I've already given enough: vision, health, impact on society, wealth, happiness, joy, peace, so victory. What do you want to achieve in the future? So you cannot use your imagination to picture something. That means you have failed already in the word using strategy, because the military word, military win the battle on paper before they embarked on it on physically. So strategy with the use of your imagination for a desired future outcome, a desired future outcome like health, wealth, money, car, land, happiness, impact on society, contribution, victory. Anything you can think about in the future. Then maybe go to future husband, future wife. Okay, it will be future husband, future wife, and future result. When you are planning to buy a car next year, buy and marry, you are trying to have 1 million investment, 10 million, 100 million. So that thing you want, you must use your imagination. He that travel far within, don't remain still without. If you travel far within, you will travel far without. So the main thing that most people are not thinking, now what still they are thinking, is the hardest habit poor people don't do. That's why they're broke and poor. Because thinking doesn't mean that you are thinking on your brain. Thinking means you are thinking on paper. What you are thinking, you are writing it down. That is called thinking. If you think on your brain, you are not writing anything down, it's called worry. It leads to anxiety. It's not worry. So you use your imagination to imagine what life could be for you. Write it down. Use your imagination to imagine what life could be for you. Use your imagination to imagine what life could be for you. Maybe your finances, your economic, your health, or whatever. Use your imagination to imagine what life could be for you, because that is why God gave you imagination. Imagination is a word I normally like to talk about every time. I say imagination. Imagination simply means an image nation. An image nation. It simply means a picture nation. It's a nation full of pictures. So it's a nation God give me and you to live in that nation before we live in the physical nation. So the physical nation you see is a waste product of course, the invisible nation. That's why when God actually wants to create man, he created man in Genesis, of course, 1:27. He said, let us create man in our image and likeness. So God created man using his mind. In Genesis 2, verse 7, God formed man out of the dust of the earth. That means the day he created man, therefore he formed man. So he actually used his mind to create man, and he used his body to produce man from the dust of the earth. And he's even told us that the earth was without form, and darkness was first of the deep, and water was over in the water. That was filled the earth, and the Spirit of the Lord hovers on the water. Hover means imagination, permutating, calculating, arranging in his mind. And when he was finished calculating it, when he finished talking about it in his mind, he now speak in his mouth and said, let there be light. And there was light. And he saw. That means he used his physical eyes to see what his mind was thinking, what his mind was seeing. And he said it was good. He said light, but then be day, days be night. So what happens is that God actually created man to behave like him. So for you to say I'm strategic, you must make use of your imagination. The Lord of imagination has cobwebs, because I'm not being used. Imagination is called the workshop of the mind. What is it called? The workshop of the mind. Imagination is the workshop of the mind. Is the workshop. Is the workshop of the mind. Is the workshop of the mind. So what do we do on workshop? You chisel, you cut, you arrange. That is like a movie. The more you play the movie of your life in your mind, the more it becomes clear. The more clear it is, the more defined it is, the easier for you to achieve it. Everybody that ever succeeded in their mind. Everybody that ever fell in their mind. So the manifestation of the visible one is just to confirm what the mind already. If your mind never accepted it, my brother, no matter how difficult it is, your body will not accept it. Because the mind controls the body. I keep saying, what makes the mind strong? What makes the imagination strong is how you feed your mind. I'll repeat myself. I say, a man is a spirit, for sure. That spirit lives in the body. And of course, that body has a mind. So as food is to the body, So is the word of God to the spirit. So is knowledge to the mind. Tell knowledge. So as you don't eat food, your body will be weak. If you don't have knowledge, your mind will be weak. And once your mind is weak, everything goes. And so for you to actually have a strong mind, a strong will, for you to actually picture a better future, you must feed your mind with knowledge, information. Because knowledge is packaged information tailored to solve a problem. You cannot help a man until after you help the man, until a man is mentally emancipated, mentally liberated. If a man is not mentally liberated, you have not really helped that man. Because the man cannot be strategic in his thinking. Almost any sickness your mind doesn't accept, your body will not manifest it. If your body manifests, it doesn't matter time you shrink it. Any victories, money, abundance, your mind does not accept, your body will not accept. That's why the Bible said that it's weapon and warfare are not carnal, but pulling up imagination, imagine in the mind. It's not carnal. He said that as a mind thinketh inside, so he is. Because whatever the mind accepts, the body will manifest. So the one has always been that this guy, the mind needs to allow the spirit to manifest in your body. The war has never been, the war has always been this guy accepting the spirit. Because the mind has its own power. So that is why we give entrepreneurs the capacity to be able to see yourself as an entrepreneur, as a businessman, as an investor. Because you don't see yourself like that. No matter what I'm going to say, your mind will sabotage it. Your mind, the subconscious mind, if it doesn't accept it, what are the conscious mind, the five senses happen in the body? It's just a waste of time. Touch yourself, say, I'm a success. That's when you still begging for the charge card. Touch yourself, say, I'm a millionaire. Say, I'm a millionaire creator. So, where whatever you want, spiritually, financially, economically, socially, you must see it clearly with your mind. You must be able to describe it in your mind. In fact, your body must test it. Your body must smell it. Your face is supposed to believe it. If your mind cannot accept it, my brother, you cannot be strategic. Once you are not strategic, once you have a big picture accepted with your subconscious mind, of course, the superconscious mind is a problem. No one thinks strategically without a desire. Write it down. No one thinks strategically without a desired outcome or result in mind. No one thinks strategically. No one thinks strategically without a desired future, a desired outcome, a desired future or result in mind. No one thinks strategically. Yesterday, I asked you to come with 3 things you want to achieve next year. Maybe your amount, specific result. You want to buy, I want to buy land, specific impact. You come to this class, so I'll give you time before the end of the class. So 1 or 2 can read for us what you desire for next year. Because last month I told about 7 steps to achieve any dreams. How to achievable goal last month. This month I'm talking about strategic planning. How you can achieve that your goal. Because if I teach you how to achieve a goal and you set a big goal, there's no clear strategic planning. It's a problem. Or if I just talk and sweep under the carpet, remember, if I sweep your floor and you sweep the dirt under your carpet, the dirt is still in the house. It will still smell. But if you pack it and clean it very well, throw it outside, you have taken it out. So no one thinks strategically without a desired outcome, a desired future, or a desired result in mind. So you must use your mind to imagine a better picture you want to achieve, and then find a strategic plan how you want to achieve. Because a general must start with a desired outcome in mind for a victory. He must define the victory and what it's going to cost. The clearer you are about where you are going, the easier it is to pay the price to achieve it. Write it down. The clearer you are about where you are going. The clearer you are about where you are going, financially, emotionally, economically, maritally. The clearer you are about where you are going, financially, emotionally, spiritually, economically, maritally, name it. The clearer you are about where you are going, financially, spiritually, economically, maritally, the easier it is to pay the price and to achieve it. The clearer you are, the well-defined about where you are going. The clearer you are about where you are going, financially, spiritually, emotionally, maritally, the clearer you are about where you are going, the easier it is to pay the price and to achieve it. Why are people not achieving their goals and dreams? They were never clear. It was vague. I told that there are 2 ways to face the future. You want to face your future 2 major ways. Number 1, you have to face the future with anticipation, or with apprehension. So you don't face the future. If you don't face the future with anticipation, you face it with apprehension, because indecision is a decision. What is anticipation? Anticipation is the expectation of a favorable, positive, and desirable future outcome. What is apprehension? expectation of a negative, unfavorable, undesirable outcome. So when you're not clear about where you're going, you start living on guesswork, assumption, which is the lowest form of knowledge. So you cannot be assuming about the future. How will your tomorrow be? I don't know. He Sarah. What God must be, what God said I will be. Now lie. God says you should be something. Why is God hiding everything he wants to achieve? He said it's the glory of God to conceal a thing. Honor of the king to say it, because conceal means to hide. Everything that will make a man like better, God hide it. Crude oil on the ground, gold on the ground. Hide. Because you want to say it. He give you a tree. You can use your mind. Compare that tree to tables and chair. Is your mind. You must picture a table and chair in your mind. To stand up with your physical body to go do that. So there are two ways to face the future. So that is why I want to talk about the next thing today about strategy. Once okay, I have a strategy, I should know that you should have an outcome. Give me a number, and I want to also see a plan. So now planning. Let's take one or two notes about plan. One or two statements about plan. Write it down. Planning. Planning are specific steps needed to be taken in a sequential order. Write it down. Planning are specific steps. Underline the word specific steps. Planning are specific steps needed to be taken in a sequential order arrangement of events to secure a successful outcome. Planning is a specific steps needed to be taken in a sequential order of events to secure a successful outcome. Sequential order of events. Sequential order of events. Planning is a specific steps needed to be taken in a sequential order of events to secure a successful outcome. So I must sit down and say, if I do this and 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 do this, I will have the result I need. If I clear the bush, put the fire, till the ground, plant my cassava stick, weed the first one, second one, harvest it, peel it, grind it, wash it, grind it, squeeze it, dry it, fry it, I will get garri. So I arrange it. It's going to take me 12 months. If I give my wife belly, they work 9 months, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, antenatal. Go born pikin, baby. Yes or yes. If I save if I save 40,000 every month in the month of next year, at the end of the day, I've gotten that's about 560,000. If I do this, if I write jam, enter admission, I start first year, first semester, second semester, I write exam, squeeze, second year, first semester, second semester, third year, fourth year, I do my project, NYC, I will get my discharge certificate. So there should be an arrangement of events, events. But people don't do this when it comes to money. Okay, I need money now. I want to blow. Now, why would they do like that bet, coupon, bet your future, and then they do lottery, they do Yahoo plus, everything. They don't want plan. They don't want arrange. They don't want this strategy. They just want result now. Shortcut that is cutting their life short. Your life will not be cut short in Jesus' name. So you see, if you say you are planning, there should be specific steps that needed to be taken in a sequential order of events. Events must happen. Events must happen. If events not happen, my brother, there is no planning there. That means your leg must take the walk, because you cannot achieve anything by sitting at one place. Your leg, that's why God give you hand and leg. It was meant for you to stand on your leg. Stop depending on the government. Don't depend on your father, your mother. Your leg was meant for you to stand on my own. That's why a child that's afraid to fall will never walk. Your brain was to use your brain and be strategy about planning. Plan your life, because he that failed to plan to fail. Tell them, he that failed to plan to fail. You see, next year 2026. If you don't plan that year, you plan now. Whether you plan for that year or not, that year will become +1. Yes or yes? This year, whether I had a plan for this year or not, we are already saying very soon we'll say Merry Christmas and course and Happy New Year very soon. This year, all of us became +1. Yes or yes? Whether you plan or not. That's there are two ways we grow in life. Either you grow by evolution, or you grow by improvement, improvement. Either you grow by evolution, or you grow by improvement. So evolution means growth without intention. What did I say? Growth without intention. Without intention. Without intention. You just grow. Improvement means growth with intention. What did I say? So you are so intentional about your life. You are so deliberate. Just like what are you liking on? All of us are going to evolve. We are growing. Your nails are growing. Your hair are growing. Everything is growing. You're a small boy, you grow. You grow. Everybody just grow. That's evolution. We're evolving. But don't just evolve. Be improving. Be intentional about every specific area of your life. That is not going the way you want it. The way you want. I don't mean the way the government or your father or me. The way you want it. The way you want your life to be. You're supposed to live life by design. You are the architect of your success in life. If you don't make our mind to live by design, as an entrepreneur, as an investor, this is the truth. The good news is that you fall into someone else's design. Tell neighbor, if you are not serious in this life, I will employ you. If you are not serious, someone will employ you. Get serious. Because the truth matter that all of them hate the exam. So you are thinking strategically. Write it down your note. You are thinking strategically. You have a plan. You are thinking strategically, if you have a plan for achieving your vision of the future, of your future, you are thinking strategically. If you have a plan for realizing or achieving your vision of the future. So what is vision? Vision is what you see now in the future that make you act the way you're acting now. So you are thinking strategically, if you have a plan for achieving or realizing your vision of the future. Any part of your life. So if I ask what's your plan for next year, you say I don't get. I get them for my brain. You're not being serious. You should write it down. You see that writing down, there's something happen between when you write something. The weakest ink is stronger than the strongest memory. When you write something down, transformation takes place. I say you are thinking strategically, if you have a plan for achieving and realizing your future, your vision of the future. Full stop. Write it down. A plan involves specific steps that needs to be developed by you. A plan involves specific steps that need to be developed by you or accepted by you to achieving your future, the desired future. So you have to develop it or you accept one, any which way. But you must have a plan. It must involve specific steps developed by you or accepted by you to achieve your desired future. So if you don't develop one, you don't accept anyone, my brother, you are like a ship in an ocean without a compass. It will arrive somewhere, but not where you want it. You're the man that is going to Lagos, and you don't know your way to Lagos because every bus stops will look like one. You're like a person that is just roaming about, drifting. You can never drift to the top of the mountain because climbing top of the mountain must be intentional. You don't climb the top of the mountain with two hands in your pocket. You don't climb a ladder with two hands in your pocket. Remove your hand in your pocket. Let's get the work done. At least one of the hands. So one of the things you will say when someone says I'm speaking strategic about my life, you must have a big picture. You must have some steps, clear defined steps. I wake up in the morning. I'll go to millionaire school. I will make my text. I will send call. I will do this. I will do this. That's how it works. I'll follow up on my sales calls. I will make money. I'll pay myself 10%. You must be so specific. Every money I earn, 10% is not my own. It's my future. It's my errand boy. I will keep the money to use and do investment so that money can work for me. So even if somebody is dying, it's not your problem because you see that you have already decided. You have already accepted one. Number 3 thing you must have in some strategy is targeting, internal targeting. If you are not targeting, you cannot be shooting. Yeah, everywhere you know you. No, you must be specific. You must target something. So targeting, let me give 1 or 2 notes to write. Targeting is identifying the kingpin in each area of your life. Targeting is identifying the kingpin. The kingpin. You know, in this ball, they normally roll a ball of 12. They normally roll like this. There's one where they stand for front. If you hit that one, you go fit for the remaining ball. The remaining pins. Targeting is identifying the kingpin in each area of your life and aim your effort towards knocking them down. Targeting is identifying the kingpin in each area of your life. You need improvement and aim your effort, energy, focus towards knocking it down. Targeting is identifying the kingpin in each area of your life that needs improvement. Their decision because they lack the content of character of knowledge. So they don't know that always. But imagine that you are prepared for every opportunity for tomorrow. That means you become lucky because preparation meets opportunity is called luck. Tell them on the bar. Preparation is the highest demonstration of faith. If I know I'll win 100 meters race, I should prepare today. I'll pass an exam, I should prepare today. I'll win the football, I'll prepare today. So when a man prepare, that man is demonstrating faith that he believes in what he say he believes. So if you don't prepare, that means you have doubt. That's the truth. The opposite of faith is doubt. So preparation is that if you know that 2026 will be better for you, it will not end there like this, it will end better than this. So it demands that you need to put a plan down. Most of you go and check it, by the end of this month, go and print your account statement for this year, you cry. You see how much money God has brought to your life. Because of no planning, you have squandered, chopped everything, you are even owing debt. Problem Pro Max.